Hello everyone, it's TrekkieMoto here, and you join me on a beautiful autumn day in Pennsylvania. I am just arriving at the Classic Auto Mall in Morgantown, and I'm here to meet up with a couple of friends so that we can go on a group ride together. This mall is pretty big, so I've just got to work my way around to the other side. I'm going to be meeting up with Walt, who I've ridden with many times before. You'll be able to see him on many of my videos. And also I'm meeting up with a guy called Zach, who I've not met before. So it'd be nice to meet somebody new. Just pass this Holiday Inn here. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. We're going to ride together to Grisimer's Mill Covered Bridge, which is in the sort of Boyertown area. And the idea is that there's a road sign there that has a bunch of biker stickers on there. We just want to see if there are any new stickers, basically. So we're just going to ride together anyway. So join me in a little bit where I shall join up with the other guys, and we'll see how it goes.
Don't be startled, Simon. This is going to be loud.
Oh my god, my wife's hairdryer. Go on then, give it the beans. Yeah, man.
I was a little worried when I was about to leave this morning. The temperature was about 35, 36.
It was icy looking out when I first woke up. They're going to be peeling the layers off as we go today.
Never sell that Hornet. Never.
I hear that from everyone who's owned one. They say you never want to get rid of that bike because you will miss it. I like it a lot so far. I've put maybe 1,000 miles on it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to keep in the stable if you can.
Yeah, I picked it up. It's got 40,000 miles on it, but it's like new. These things run forever.
Yeah, it looks like it's mint. And
I'll show you pictures when I got it. I called this a rescue bike because it did not look like this when I got it. It was in a sorry state.
Well, it sounds like it's running like a Swiss watch.
Yeah, mechanically it's perfect, but I had to spend a lot of time. I think the guy I bought it from had never washed it from the tank down.
Okay, well, I've never washed my bike either.
I'm a little more precious about my bikes.
I did put lube on the chain once.
There you go. Okay, that's a start. I actually found a factory exhaust for it. I'm kind of over loud bikes these days, so I know when a nice quiet exhaust, so source the nice conditioned factory exhaust for it.
Well, in the world of motovlogging, a quiet exhaust is quite nice to have.
Yeah, it's really what did it for me was when I got my Zero, and I'm like, this is really nice. I don't know. Like occasionally, I'd like to have a loud bike. I have in my Mustang. I've got valved exhaust, so I can put it in quiet mode when I want to, and I can have it loud when I want to, and that'd be the best of both worlds.
What year is the Mustang?
It's a 2018.
Oh, okay. Does it have one of those sort of quiet startup modes?
Exactly. They call it like the good neighbor mode. So you tell it between like midnight, 8 a.m. always start in quiet mode.
Yeah. We have a family that lives across the street from us that has a Hellcat, and they are definitely not good neighbors.
Yeah.
That thing starts and it's like, whoa, like what the hell's that for? And then they've also got a what's the SUV they've got? Durango, is it?
Yeah, the Durango.
They've got an Durango SRT.
SRT8, yeah.
So they have that as well as the fucking Hellcat. So it's just,
That would drive me nuts.
So I've not been down here, so we'll see what this is like. It's got the right kinds of shape to it. Oh yeah.
This'll do.
Yeah. It's halfway decent asphalt.
Well, you said you had a street triple before the 919. What did you think of the street triple?
Street triple, so obviously a little bit of a lighter bike, handled a little bit easier. I love the character of a triple. I like how you get a nice torque down low, but you still sort of get the top end rush of a 4-cylinder. This bike, they've got it obviously tuned so you get a little more torque, because the engine came out of a Fireblade, which was more of a sport bike, right? So more top end, so they changed the cams out. So you still get a little bit of low end. Different bikes. Definitely feel the weight on this one. This one's like 500-ish pounds. I think the Streety was closer to 400.
Yeah, those Triumphs really are lightweight.
Yeah. Very characteristic sound of that triple. You know one when you hear one.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of similar to Walt's other bike, his MT-09.
It was kind of a toss-up. I was looking at either a street triple or the MT-09. Ultimately wound up on the MT-09.
Those are very cool bikes too. I'd love
All
to give
clear.
one of those a go.
Okay, we're going to be making a left at the next stop sign. How long have you been riding, Zach?
Close to 20 years actually.
Right. Is that continuously or?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, fair weather. You know, first couple of years I'd ride through the winter and stuff because I was all about it. But nowadays, you know, it has to be over like 60 for me to really get into it.
Right.
Past like 3 or 4 years, I really didn't ride too much. Maybe a couple hundred miles a summer if that, but I'm really getting back into it now.
I used to ride in the 90s when I was living in the UK, but I only had a 125, a KMX 125, so it's basically a dual sport.
Right.
And then, you know, didn't ride for 20 years. So I've only really been back since early last year. So I definitely have a skills deficit, but you know, I'm aware of it.
Sure.
You know, self-awareness is probably one of the most important things. Hey, look at this bike.
Okay, how do they do that?
I don't know.
Now I feel the same about skills just because I haven't ridden so much in the past few years. That's why I was saying I want to pick up a smaller bike again just to brush up on the basics, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking about going back and doing the beginner thing.
Yeah, I was considering that too. I did that when I first got my license and I loved it and I learned a lot. It's just been so long. I feel like I've forgotten so much of it, you know.
It's a right turn here, but there's a whole bunch of bikes up there. Looks like Harleys.
There's an intermediate course that the NSF offers. I'd love to take. It seemed like few and far between. Not like the basic rider courses, which you can take anywhere.
Right. The intermediate you do on your own bike, right?
Yeah, the intermediate, the advanced are all on your own.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, this is where you did that video, Walt.
Yeah.
Huh. I've not been through here before.
Heard that.
I heard it. I heard it. Feel the power.
That was everything it had.
Well, I mean, you know, it must feel quite different from that 300 you were on.
It does. It's remarkably different. I'm surprised how much more power the 400 feels like it has over the 300.
There's a lot of leaves on the ground here. Well, it's not really leaves, is it? It's like atomized leaves. All clear. Well, you're not allowed to do rev bombs because it's going to exceed your limit. There's somebody in our parking spot. I'm going to try to do a U-E. Oh. Right, before I do anything else, I'm going to take a picture or two. Let me know when you're ready, Walt.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
It's the one time I regret having a sock exhaust. A little bit boring in there.
Well, these are just stock pipes, but they're nice.
Yeah, it sounds quite good actually.
The one thing this bike doesn't have, which I wish it had actually, is cruise control. I end up doing quite a lot of miles just to meet with other people, and so I get tired, my hand gets tired, and so it'd be nice to just have cruise.
The Zero is my first bike that has cruise, and I've used it once, I think. Part of it is it's really hard to reach the button. They put the button in the same spot as the starter button would be on a normal bike, but the throttle is a little bit longer. It's an electronic throttle, so it's really hard to reach while you're riding.
Well, also the range of that Zero is probably what, 80 miles or something?
I could do about 100.
Oh yeah?
I average. If I'm like really having fun, or like 70, 80, but I average about 100.
Okay. So, you know, cruise control is probably not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have to...
It's not really a highway bike. You go over 50 or 60 miles an hour and your range drops really quick.
Did you have to pay extra to get cruise?
Yeah.
Did you pay extra for anything?
Now, mine's a 2020, so it predates all of the paywalled feature stuff.
Oh, okay. You mean all of the bullshit?
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
people reacted so poorly to that they gave everybody all those features for free for 22 and 23 bikes because everyone kind of lost their minds about it.
Well, I mean, it's... I can sort of understand with some things, but the thing that really bugged me was when you had to pay to unlock extra range.
Right.
So that...
You're already carrying the battery around, yeah.
Exactly. I actually did a video about it, which I've got coming out in a couple of weeks, I think, or maybe it's next week, about that very thing. There's another car coming.
I see a couple up there.
Wow, see the scrapes in the road there?
Saw that.
Some,
No hitches, probably.
yeah, or maybe some sports car that's bottomed out. Some Ferrari that's torn its guts out. Had enough with these bugs.
Must be clearing the way because I don't think I've seen a single bug hit my eyes on this entire trip.
Well, I mean, are you saying that there's a lot of me and I'm pretty wide? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying you're lucky enough to catch them all.
Yeah, thanks, thank you. It is a great honour to be your bug sieve. I was chatting with a friend of mine the other day and they were asking me how different it was living in the States to the UK. And I've been here for like 21 years now, so I feel, you know, like I can opine on the subject pretty well. And certainly here in Pennsylvania, the most dramatic difference between the two countries is a ridiculous number of pizza places. I mean, it's insane.
I remember being in London and sitting down, I think it was a Pizza Express, and we were expecting like a fast food pizza place. Like, this is like a proper sit-down restaurant almost.
Yeah.
We were a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, we have like Domino's over there, but mostly it's sort of it's more fancy. You know, they don't think of it as pizza, they think of it as Italian. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like. It was like Italian.
You know, so it's a little bit more upmarket, but obviously the food that fulfills the need that pizza does here is fish and chips.
Right.
Fish and chips is cheap as well. It's really cheap. Like, you can get a satisfying meal for $5. Well, whatever the equivalent is in pounds. About the same now. Yeah, it's a real bargain. You wouldn't believe it. Pizza's fucking expensive. But no, I was really struck by just the sheer number of pizza places. There's the Coventry Cafe, Walt, where we had breakfast the other day.
It wasn't a bad place.
Yeah, it was alright. Would you go back there again though?
Only if it were convenient. Like, I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah, neither would I. I would, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, it was like it's a diner. I mean, it's like it's all the same, right?
Yeah.
It is quite nice actually to be riding with people that have quieter bikes. Sometimes it can be a little annoying to hear all that, you know.
Yeah, it really wears on you. It gets tiring.
Yeah, there's all these little kind of farty sounds. I don't like that. So what's this woman doing? It's all over the place. So this woman in front of me is looking at her phone, and now she's showing her little kid in the passenger seat.
If you could see the phone from the position behind the car, that's really bad.
Yeah. Well, we're almost there. I have no idea what this place is like. What is that, a milk bottle? Or a... yeah. Weird. So the road bends round to the right and then we're turning left.
Does this place have seating, or is it carry out only?
I have no idea. I was just going to kind of drop by and see what the food was like. I wasn't even sure. I mean, they serve hot food, so I don't know. I don't know. Starting to worry a little bit about the parking though. So there's a parking lot right opposite, but I'm thinking we can probably I don't know actually. There's a I don't know, can't really. Can we all squeeze in this hole, you think? No parking there. Shit. I'll tell you what, should we go around the block? See if there's anything behind. We probably should have gone in that lot. Yeah, let's make a left and see if we can just go back round to that lot.